In the suburbs of Maplewood, Ohio, the Martins look like the picture of a perfect family. Neat lawn, 2 kids in private school, a successful father, and a mother active in the local church. But behind the pristine curtains of their 2-story home, a storm was brewing. On the morning of September 9, 2015, neighbors awoke to flashing red and blue lights. Police swarmed the Martin residence after receiving a panicked 911 call from 14-year-old Emily Martin. Her voice cracked as she told the dispatcher, "I think my mom killed my dad." When officers arrived, they found Thomas Martin, 44, lying lifeless in the master bedroom, a gunshot wound to his chest. His wife, Karen Martin, sat on the floor nearby, sobbing uncontrollably with the gun beside her. At first, it looked like a tragic case of domestic violence, an argument gone too far. Karen told detectives Thomas had been abusive for years, both emotionally and physically. That morning, she claimed, he had threatened her during a heated fight. Fearing for her life, she grabbed the gun. But investigators soon uncovered cracks in her story. For one, neighbors described Thomas as quiet, reserved, even timid. No one had ever witnessed signs of abuse. Their children, Emily and Jake, told police they had never seen their father raise a hand against their mother. In fact, Emily admitted she sometimes heard her mother yelling late at night, while her father stayed silent. Even more damning, Thomas's autopsy showed the bullet trajectory came from above, fired at close range while he was lying down. That didn't fit Karen's story of a face-to-face struggle. Then detectives uncovered a motive. Karen had recently rekindled a romance with an old high school sweetheart, exchanging hundreds of texts. In one message, she wrote, "Once is gone. We can finally start our life together." When investigators pulled financial records, the story grew darker. Karen had secretly taken out a $500,000 life insurance policy on Thomas just 6 months prior. The case shifted from self-defense to cold-blooded murder. Prosecutors argued Karen staged the scene to look like a desperate act of survival. They said she shot Thomas while he slept, then called 911, hoping her story would hold. But the defense painted a different picture. They portrayed Karen as a battered wife trapped in silence, a woman who finally snapped after years of abuse. They claimed the texts were harmless fantasies, not murder plots. The jury was left to decide, was Karen a victim who lashed out, or a manipulator driven by greed and lust? The trial stretched for weeks. Emily, torn between grief and loyalty, gave heartbreaking testimony against her mother. She recalled hearing her mother rehearse stories in the bathroom mirror, as if practicing what to say. In the end, the jury returned a guilty verdict for first-degree murder. Karen Martin was sentenced to life in prison without parole. But Maplewood never forgot the case. Neighbors who once waved politely at the Martins began to ask themselves what really goes on behind the closed doors of the homes around them. Because in the end, the Martin story was a reminder, not all monsters lurk in the shadows. Some live under the same roof. But was Karen truly a calculating killer? Or was there more to her story than anyone will ever know? Behind every closed door, there are secrets, and sometimes, those secrets don't stay hidden forever.